Aiken County 911, where's your emergency?
Ma'am, I'm at 39 Hillsborough Street. I can't find my baby.
39 Hillsborough Street?
Yes, ma'am. She was outside playing, and I came out here after cooking dinner a little bit, and I'm looking for her, but I don't see her nowhere.
All right.
June 30th, 2026, Aiken County, South Carolina. Just after 8 o'clock that evening, a panicked 911 call came into the Aiken County Sheriff's Office. A young mother reported that her 4-year-old daughter had disappeared. She told dispatchers the little girl had been outside playing near the family's home. She looked away. When she looked back, Javeayah Harris was gone. Within minutes, deputies flooded the neighborhood. Neighbors walked through nearby fields carrying flashlights. K-9 teams searched the woods. Drones scanned from above. For hours, hundreds of people searched for a little girl they believed was still alive. But according to investigators, the search had begun weeks too late because authorities now believe Javeayah Harris had already been dead long before that frantic 911 call was ever made. What began as a missing child investigation would quickly become one of the most disturbing child homicide cases South Carolina had seen in years.
Aiken County 911, where's your emergency?
Ma'am, I'm at 39 Hillsborough Street. I can't find my baby.
39 Hillsborough Street?
Yes, ma'am. She was outside playing, and I came out here after cooking dinner a little bit, and I'm looking for her, but I don't see her nowhere.
All right. How old is this baby?
She's 4.
All right. What was she wearing?
She has on pink Minnie Mouse pajamas, and she had me in pink beads. She had braids.
Is she black, white, or Hispanic?
She's mixed.
Okay. How long ago did you see her, ma'am? When was the last time you saw her?
I just came out here like no less than 20 or 30 minutes ago. I went in the house to cook dinner, and I told her it's time to come in once it starts getting dark. And when I came out here, I can't find her.
Just take a breath for me, okay? I already have them on the way to you, okay? Do you know where she might be heading? Okay, you have any family or friends that live around the area?
No, but she usually try to chase our chickens to catch them, and I've been looking through the woods to try to see if I see her, but I don't see her nowhere.
What's your name?
My name is Javeayah Harris.
What's her name?
Javeayah Harris.
Harris? I couldn't hear the first name.
Javeayah is spelled Javeayah. And I wasn't out here. I'm 39 weeks pregnant. I can't keep up with her like that.
Okay. And what? Anybody else out there with her? Like that was out there with her? Any friends, kids playing with her?
The way our yard is set up, it's nothing but the dogs and the chickens right here at the back.
All right. Does she have any health issues? Any mental issues? Anything like that?
They suspect that she was autistic, but she just now turned 4, so they don't have no diagnosis all the way.
Okay.
She's very smart, though. She don't seem autistic.
Does she talk?
Yeah. She can carry a full conversation.
Okay. You didn't see any vehicles before you went inside or anything like that?
No, but what worries me is these crackheads that walk in his house behind the house. I don't know. I've always felt weird about them, and I don't know. Hello?
I'm still here, ma'am. Give me just a second.
My call might be breaking up because of where we at.
Okay. What's a good callback number for you, ma'am?
Ma'am, I don't have one. My phone is not on, but I can still call 911.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Okay. I have them on the way to you. Just to confirm, where was she in the house when you saw her last?
No, she wasn't in the house, ma'am. She been playing outside today. And she asked me, can she play for a little bit more before it got dark, and I said yes. And I literally, her bath water is in the tub, ran, and dinner is cooking, and I came out here to get her, and I can't even find her.
Okay, is there a certain place she likes to play outside?
Usually in the chicken coop, and that's usually where I find her every day. And I just looked in here, and she's not in here.
Okay. Is there any bodies of water nearby?
I don't know, ma'am. Me and my husband just now purchasing this house. I don't know about this area much, but it's not a good area. I'll tell you that. It's not good.
Okay, you say you searched the woods. Is that behind your house?
Yes, it's like a pathway right behind my house. And we usually take the dog sometimes in the woods to just let them run. And she'll come, so I know she knows about the woods. And but I look down the same pathway that we walk, and I do not see her.
Okay, and you said she was wearing pink Minnie Mouse pajamas. Anything else you may be wearing?
Her beads are pink.
Beads are pink?
Yeah, she's got braids. I mean, I don't know if she got on Crocs or with shoes, because she just puts on play shoes, but I don't, ma'am, it's not no way that she could have got far.
All right. Do you have any neighbors around the area that you're familiar with she might be going to?
No, we don't talk to none of these people. None of these people, because they all mostly do drugs. I don't associate myself with that.
Have you checked with neighbors to see if they have seen her?
No, ma'am. I'm literally, I called you 10 minutes after I stepped outside. The cops are pulling up right now.
All right. Go ahead and talk to them, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. No problem.
Hey, how you doing?
Javeayah Harris was only 4 years old. Friends and relatives described her as a happy little girl who loved Minnie Mouse, enjoyed playing outside, and had an infectious smile that could brighten a room. She should have been spending her summer doing what every 4-year-old does, playing, laughing, growing up. Instead, investigators say she spent her final weeks suffering unimaginable abuse. According to arrest warrants, authorities allege the abuse occurred sometime between early May and mid-June of 2026. Investigators allege Javeayah suffered repeated physical abuse resulting in fatal injuries. They further allege that no medical treatment was ever sought despite the severity of those injuries. Those allegations would later lead investigators to charge both of Javeayah's parents, 22-year-old Michelle Herring and 23-year-old Jo Maria Harris, with homicide by child abuse. Both defendants have been charged but have not been convicted. As investigators interviewed family members and examined evidence, they began noticing inconsistencies. The timeline wasn't adding up. Statements conflicted with physical evidence. According to Sheriff Marty Sawyer, detectives quickly reached a heartbreaking conclusion. The disappearance they had been investigating had likely never happened at all. Instead, investigators came to believe Javeayah had died weeks earlier and that the report of her disappearance had been staged.
Okay, I got up around five-ish, and my daughter was outside playing. My girl was out there watching her. She was in and out of the house, I say that, and I was going to get up to wash the clothes. What else can I say? I left the house around late 6, maybe early 7 o'clock. It was probably around 6, and I got back to the house maybe around 7:15 because my girl and my daughter said they wanted some candy. She wanted some suckers and she wanted some cookies. And I had went to three stores maybe in between those times to go get gas, Black Miles, and I had got some drinks, some little Mad Dogs and stuff like that. And when I left and I went back to dry the clothes because I was washing them I was sitting there for a little minute, then I ended up going to another store. Like, these 3 stores that I'm saying, like, I sold the 3 stores already, but I went to a store last.
Gotcha.
And I was back at the washing machine that was right beside the Circle K. And then when I was at the Circle K, I was seeing a lot of police and stuff going through. And I was wondering, I was like, you know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of stuff goes on in Aiken to where you would be like, okay, that's the police or whatever. But I didn't know that it was my house. Because my girlfriend, at the time, she didn't have service. She didn't have service on her phone, so she couldn't call me to let me know anything that was going on. So she just ended up calling 911. So when I came back to the house, before I got on my road, I seen a police truck with a drone out. And then that's when I started speeding up because I was like, it's something going down like close to my house. When I got to turn on my road, I seen a whole bunch of police like right at my house. So that's when I hurried up and I got to the house and I was like, what's going on? I thought my girlfriend was in labor because she was supposed to have a baby. You know what I'm saying? Soon. So she ended up having a child that same night on July 1st. But she came up crying to me saying my Javeayah missing. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like I kind of freaked out. And the detectives were telling me I couldn't go look and stuff like that because they didn't want me to mess up the area or whatever. But that's basically what happened up until all of this came about.
Okay. Is she known to run away? Like, has there been past issues with that with her? Is she known to do that?
No, she does not run away, but I will say that she is friendly. Like, she's friendly. Like, she doesn't, like, it's not a stranger danger thing with her. It's not like get away from me. Like, she didn't get that. She didn't understand it. She was just all friendly to everybody. She was very respectful. Like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. Like, that's what she do. We raised her great. Like, she was a real smart kid. That's why, like, they had me kind of, like, messed up. But they were saying that she was not, like, she's nonverbal and that. Like, yeah, she was, they said she's autistic and, like, that was, like, the media was like, messing. I don't want to cuss, but that was messing my head up a little bit because they don't even have a good description of my child to try to describe her.
What's a good, is she autistic or is she on the spectrum at all? Is that true?
She was on the spectrum when she was born, but they said that she couldn't be tested until she was 4 years old.
Okay, so it's on, you guys just don't know.
Exactly,
Gotcha.
Exactly. We never got her tested, and she's never given us signs that she is, autistic. She talks good. She's like very, like she talks better than me. But she got more respect than me.
Understood. So you guys had no idea what could have happened to her.
I have no clue. Sir, I don't like, it's really wild, but I gave all of these detectives this information about people snooping around the house lately, like since I've started work, like from Friday, Thursday really, but from Friday to Monday, I had to work. Okay. I was working night shifts, and every time I left, my girl would, like, when she would tell me, like, oh, it's been people doing this, and then the third around the house, they've been called, like, they be on the phone with people, like, around the house, like, just talking and walking real slow and things like that. And like, I've been telling them that, but.
How are you doing through all of this? It's okay.
I didn't got a little bit of it out, but it's like, not knowing is killing me. It's killing me, like, because, like, you see stuff like this often, but you don't expect it to be you.
And is the mother, is she your wife?
No, she's not my wife. She was my girlfriend.
Okay. How is she doing?
She's still a little tore up, but she's making it. She's trying to stay calm because we just recently had a child. She had to really go in labor early because all the stress that was going down. She had that baby the same night that all of this happened.
As detectives continued piecing together the timeline, another revelation stunned the community. According to investigators, on the very same day Javeayah was reported missing, her mother, Javeayah Harris, had given birth to another child. While deputies, volunteers, K-9 teams, and drones searched desperately for a missing 4-year-old, Harris was recovering after delivering a newborn. That revelation quickly spread across social media. Many people began asking the same question. What would happen to the newborn baby?
We're hearing from a close friend of Javeayah Harris's paternal grandmother in a WIS exclusive.
The grandmother, who is the mother of Javeayah's father, Javeayah Harris, now has custody of the newborn baby that he shares with Michelle Herring. Today, our Billie Jean Shaw sat down with Justin Singletary, who grew up in the small town of Great Falls, where Javeayah's parents are from, and says it has been incredibly difficult watching this investigation unfold. He tells us he has been in daily contact with Javeayah's grandmother, trying to keep her encouraged.
Singletary says that she's trying to cope with an unimaginable loss and says that the family is still searching for answers and leaning on the community for support.
It's a sad situation, knowing definitely the grandma, she's a sweet person, always, love on people, wave at you when she sees you, and to kind of know, that she's going through this is pretty sad and it's hard, and we just wish we could make it better for her.
Well, Singletary also telling WIS Javeayah's grandmother is asking for the community's support as she is raising the baby girl that Herring gave birth to the same day that investigators say she falsely reported Javeayah missing.
On July 4th, Sheriff Sawyer stood before reporters to deliver devastating news. The search for Javeayah Harris was over. The investigation had officially become a homicide case. But there was one heartbreaking problem. Investigators still hadn't found Javeayah. For detectives, the mission changed once again. It was no longer a search for a missing child. It became a search to bring a 4-year-old little girl home.
I will not refer to them as mom and dad or mother or father. They don't deserve that title. In my 37-year career in law enforcement, I have never, ever heard of anything so horrific. I am truly sickened to share what this investigation has uncovered. These subjects went through great lengths to cover their repulsive and revolting actions. The use of corrosive chemicals and other tools that were used to accelerate the destruction of her little body. DNR divers spent hours and hours and hours searching. A few human remains were recovered. The DNA of the remains are consistent with being the biological offspring of Javeayah and Michelle. It's unlikely that the entirety of Javeayah's body or any other remains from this point forward will be recovered. Personally, there's some very harsh words that I would like to use about Javeayah and Michelle and their actions, but I will not do that. I know this is heartbreaking for anyone who's followed this case. It's heartbreaking for our office. For all the law enforcement across the state that's worked on this case with the hope of bringing Javeayah home. It's heartbreaking to our community.
According to investigators, interviews and evidence eventually led detectives to the Cedar Creek Reservoir near Aiken. Multiple agencies searched the area while specialized teams worked above and below the water. Days later, investigators announced they had recovered human remains believed to be connected to the case. The remains were sent for forensic testing. Then came the confirmation no one wanted to hear. DNA testing identified the remains as those of 4-year-old Javeayah Harris.
Billy, this case is very devastating with a very sad outcome.
It is so devastating, Alex, and that's how this community feels. We're at one of the local gas stations where the locals stop to get gas or a snack in this hot weather, and the news is still spreading. In fact, Our chief photographer, John, and I were talking to people who are in disbelief. They said things like that just don't happen here. Just to give you an idea of how unbelievable it is, people are like, I live down that road. I live near Cedar Creek. We're right off of the exit where some of little Javeayah's remains were found. Even looking behind me, you can see that this curb just turns into woods. It's rural back there. There are bodies of water back there. And it is an isolated area of Fairfield County, but not too far from the Great Falls, Chester County line where authorities have been searching. We want to pull up some of that video from the search earlier this week where we knew that SLED had helicopters. We know that different agencies, as far as Kershaw County, were even out assisting with the search, Fairfield County Sheriff's Office as well, along with state and local agencies. And it's just been heartbreaking as people were hoping for the best outcome after authorities announced they presumed that Javeayah was dead for at least about a month. And just to give you an idea of where her remains were found in relation to where authorities were searching, you can see where the Cedar Creek area is from the Great Falls area. When we researched, it was only about a 6-minute drive difference, so very close. But as I said, this is heartbreaking news for so many people. I spoke to one mother who literally started crying when she learned the news that Javeayah was so close. Take a listen.
Like I said, that don't happen around here. That's not something that's normal. And just hearing stuff like that just sends chills down my body, you know, because I can't understand who would have the type of heart to do that to a child, their own child especially.
And that was Jacqueline. She lives in the Great Falls community that we now learn that's where Javeayah's parents grew up. They were church members. They worked there before they moved to the upstate in Aiken County. So a lot of people are familiar with their families. Jacqueline also says that the city has been showing up in pink. At any given time, you can see someone around town wearing pink in honor of Javeayah. So the news is still spreading. It's definitely hurtful, whether you knew Javeayah or not, and the impact is definitely being felt here.
Authorities then announced additional allegations that shocked the community. According to investigators, the defendants attempted to conceal Javeayah's death by destroying and disposing of her remains. Prosecutors allege corrosive chemicals were used before her body was discarded in the reservoir. As of today, the criminal case remains active. Investigators continue processing evidence while prosecutors prepare for the next stage of the legal proceedings. Many questions may eventually be answered inside a courtroom, but none of those answers can give Javeayah back the childhood she deserved.
Ms. Herring, with regards to the homicide by child abuse, it carries 20 years to life if convicted. Based on the severity of the charge and the penalty that it carries, I do not have the authority to set bond. You will have to go before a circuit court judge. The circuit court judge will basically do what I'm doing, but will have the authority to set a bond on you. Sometime within 30 days, you will have that opportunity to go before the circuit court judge. With regards to the filing false police report of a felony violation, that bond would have been set for $5,000, but because it's connected to the homicide charge, I'm going to deny bond. So these two are going to be connected together, and a circuit court judge will hear that. So as of this morning, there is no bond that is set for you. All right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. If you would, just sign an initial where it's highlighted in yellow. You've been charged with homicide by child abuse, which carries a prison sentence, if convicted, of 20 years to life. You understand that? Yes. You have the right to a jury trial. You also have the right and obligation to attend all court proceedings. You have the right to represent yourself and get your own attorney. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, the court may appoint an attorney to represent you. We will start that qualification process today, but it is up to you to follow up. Your case is going to be heard in General Sessions Court. So after today's preliminary application, you will be given an opportunity to meet with the Public Defender's Office to confirm if that's the direction you want to go. Court dates, times, and locations of all future court dates and proceedings will be included in the paperwork that I will give you today. Charges that will be heard in General Sessions Court, you also have a right to a preliminary hearing. A preliminary hearing does not determine if you are guilty or not guilty. It simply confirms that there's probable cause sufficient to move forward to trial with the charges that you face. Understanding all this and the charges and the penalties that you face, do you want to see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney, or do you plan on contesting these charges by retaining your own legal counsel?
I don't have an attorney or a lawyer yet, but I'm just Can you repeat the question?
Let's just see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Are you employed anywhere?
Yes, sir.
And where do you work?
DHL Bridgestone.
Say that again for me.
DHL Bridgestone.
And do you get paid weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly? Weekly. And what do you, on average, bring home every week?
It was my first check. I haven't seen it yet.
So you don't know?
Yes, sir.
All right, besides you, how many of us live in the household with you?
Just me, my girlfriend, and my child.
Okay, does she contribute to the financial status of the house as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You also have a first initial court appearance date set up for September 18th of this year at 9 a.m. in the main courtroom at the Aiken County Judicial Center, 109 Park Avenue Southeast in Aiken. So once again, don't try to keep up with all these numbers and dates in your head. It'll be a part of the paperwork that I'll give you in just a few minutes. Remember that you also have a right to request a preliminary hearing. And there's paperwork included as well. That you've got 10 days to submit that paperwork, and that 10 days starts today. Now, with regards to the charge, you're here to have a bond set, but this court does not have the authority or the jurisdiction to set a bond for a sentence of a crime that could get you life in prison. So today's bond is being denied, and it's also being transferred to the circuit court, where a circuit court judge will hear this case within the next 30 days, and the circuit court judge will set the bond for the charge. But for now, there is no bond. All right? And I do not qualify you at this point for a court-appointed attorney. So it would be my advice to you to seek legal counsel to represent you as you move forward. And best of luck to you. We're adjourned.
With victim services, we are asking that he complies with DSS requirements.
Yes. Thank you, Victim Services. I appreciate that. You comply with DSS's requirements.
Yes.
All right. That's a condition of the bond.
Yes.
All right. Very good. Thank you.
Javeayah Harris was only 4 years old. She should have been chasing butterflies, watching cartoons, playing with her favorite toys. Instead, her name became known across the country under circumstances no child should ever endure. Rest in peace, Javeayah. Thank you for watching The Grim Watch. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more true crime documentaries. See you in the next video.